Hey guys, Peter here again. It is winter here in Australia, but I'll tell you what, the weather is not bad, the sun's out. Anyway, enough about that. Now look, let's talk about carb backloading. Carb backloading basically means you want to have your carbs at a certain time. You want to have it after your workout. So if you train at night in the evening, best time is in the evening, not in the middle of the day, not too late at night. Between 3 and 6, train. Save your carbs for after. Don't have any carbs in the day. If you're training in the morning, you can basically have your carbs the night before to fuel the workout that you're going to have the next morning. If you're training at night, in the evening, have your carbs after that. Now, in the morning, when if you're not training in the morning, when you wake up, you basically want to not have too many carbs. 30 grams for the day until your workout. Keep it really low carb, and then basically have your carbs at night after your workout. What I would suggest, which is what a few people suggest, is with the carb backloading principle. John Kiefer will say, do your workout, have a break for an hour, have nothing, right? And then start spiking carbs. Wait for an hour. Wait for some, wait for everything to work. His philosophy is, after a lot of studies, don't have your protein shake straight after your workout. Wait about an hour. Have nothing, have just water, and then start spiking insulin, having carbs, basically, just wait. If you're going to work out in the morning, don't have anything before your workout, just have coffee, maybe, and some water, and then work out. Wait an hour, start spiking carbs. But if you train in the morning, spike carbs after an hour just once. Don't continue to have carbs. Stop carbs. Keep it protein and fat until night. Now, also the other really important thing, obviously, probably the most important thing, is protein. You want to eat enough protein. So again, if you're training at night in the evening, after waiting for an hour after you train, start having carbs, but have protein. Have 30 grams of a quick acting protein, something that'll be absorbed very quickly with your carbs. You want to keep your carbs very low fat at that stage, no fat. You just want something that'll really spike your insulin, and a good 30 grams of quick acting protein, all right? So you want to keep it like that. Keep your fats. You want to have your fats at the end of the night, because your body won't really absorb them as much, which is you can enjoy your fats towards the end of your carb loading night. At the end, try to push them towards the end of the night. So then you can enjoy your pizza with fat, your ice cream with fat. You can have low fat ice cream earlier in the night. That's fine. Basically, now protein, very important. They basically say you want to have 1 gram of protein per pound of weight. So, I weigh about 180 pounds. So I have about 180 grams of protein a day. That's basically what I do. And I wasn't always doing that. And once I started doing that, I gained strength immensely by doing that. The basic theory behind carb backloading is, okay, to put it really simply, when your body's not spiking insulin, you're burning more fat, okay? So you want to burn fat throughout the day. There's no insulin present, no carbs, therefore no insulin. I mean, when you have protein, you do have a bit of insulin release, obviously, but we want to keep that to a minimum. We're going to go into that a lot more too. There's a lot of little things you've got to know. having a 30-gram protein powder will spike insulin maybe a bit too much. You want to keep it about 15 grams. Won't spike your insulin as much. So, when you wake up in the morning, okay, basically you want to keep your insulin low until you work out in the evening. So in the morning, you might want to have some coconut oil. You might want to have some protein, of course. They say that your body can't absorb certain amounts of protein in certain amounts of time. So 30, I'm a bit anal. I try to have about 30 grams every few hours, they say if you have 60 grams in one sitting, you may not absorb all that. So I try to have 30 grams every few hours. And obviously throughout the day, you want to have enough protein. Like I said, 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. A really good tool is MyFitnessPal to work out how much you want to eat, how much calories, how much protein you should be eating, and what you should eat, and logging your food. And it's great. MyFitnessPal, it's free and it's awesome. It's great. I use it all the time. Really awesome thing to use. So with carb backloading in the morning, I would wake up. I'd have coffee, of course. Coffee's always. Coffee, caffeine works really well to starve off hunger and to you don't feel hungry. So that's great. It's a great tool. I use it all the time. You can use instant coffee. You can use, better types of coffee, ground coffee, just caffeine. It works well for me, and I think for a lot of people to starve off hunger. So this is what I do. Okay, wake up in the morning, no carbs. If I'm not working out. So you could have 15-gram protein powder, so half a scoop, some coconut oil, teaspoon. You can have a greens supplement, so like some powder, greens powder, spirulina, the mixture of all the things I get some good brands I'll talk about. A green powder, you want your veggies, you want your goodness, so you have some of that. Try to get one that doesn't spike insulin though. Stevia is a good sweetener. I'm very wary of a lot of these artificial sweeteners. They're bad, bad news. Spike insulin maybe too, and worse than that. So try to find things with stevia that may not spike your spike your insulin. You can have that, a bit of that in the morning. Protein. You can have 30 grams of protein, but don't make it something that's going to spike your insulin. So you could have some chicken breast with a little bit of olive oil. You could have some fish with a bit of olive oil, fish oil supplement. Obviously, I take about 10 of them a day. Very good idea for when you're weight training. Vitamin C as well. So basically carb backload, so don't have any carbs. Have some protein every few hours, chicken breast, salmon, meat, lean meat. You need your fats as well. Don't be scared of having a bit of fat, fish oil, olive oil, some egg yolks. Obviously you don't want to go crazy with this stuff, but you need some fat. And then basically, keep it low carb. Now, maybe what I'll do half an hour before my workout in the evening, I'll have 15 grams of protein. You could have some coconut oil and a bit of caffeine always helps to get you going. And then you go to the gym and you work out. And then after your gym, basically wait an hour, have water only, and then spike your insulin, all right? No fat. Try to keep it really low fat though. So whatever you want for carbs, but keep it low fat. And you need your protein. You need 30 grams of fast-acting protein. So basically, you can have your 30 grams of protein. No, any type of protein. The faster acting, the better. And then have carbs, but keep it low fat. So one thing I love after a workout is cornflakes. Really high carb. Not you don't want too much fiber either, because fiber can stop insulin from raising. It slows down what you're eating, so you don't want too much fiber. I try to have my fiber in the morning. Now, another important thing is on carb loading, when you're not having as many carbs, you want fiber. I take a fiber supplement like psyllium husks, things like that. Maybe a low carb fiber supplement is good because you know, one thing I did find, when you go low carb and you're not having enough fiber, you may not go to the toilet enough. You want to keep regular. You got to go to the toilet every day. You don't want to screw yourself up there either. So try to have enough fiber. Psyllium husks work okay for me. Some people say they cause a bit of bloating. I mean, they work. It's fiber. There's no calories, no carbs in that. Basically, anyway, so then after an hour, have your carbs. Like I said, I love cornflakes, some light milk with not much fat, and honey. So I'm getting my carbs. I'm getting a lot of protein from the milk. And a big from the honey. I'm getting carbs, a big spike. There's not much fat in that. There's not much fiber, but there's a lot of carbs and there's a lot of protein. That's great an hour after your workout. I love that. And then later on you can have whatever you want, like whatever you like. Just keep it high carb, whatever you enjoy. And then towards the end of the night, I'd say the last meal of the night, have something with a bit of fat in it. Have your fat then. Try to save your fat until then. So have your fat ice cream, have your pizza, have your donuts with fat in them. Keep them towards the end, because what will happen is by the time that fat, basically that fat won't get absorbed into your body. I'm copying a lot of other people here from what they've said. John Kiefer is my big hero, really. You know, keep the fat until the end, basically. And then the next morning, again, no carbs in the morning. Basically, keep it moderate fat, protein. And basically work out that you want to have your 1 gram of protein per pound of what you weigh. So as long as you're doing that every day, I think that's really important. Saving your carbs until after your workout is really important. Slam the carbs. I mean, I'm amazed how much I can eat in carbs at night, every night after a workout. Even look, you can even do it at night if you're not working out. As long as you're saving the carbs till night, I do it every night. There's times that if I'm bulking and I'm trying to put on a bit of muscle, I don't put on much fat, but I'll eat my carbs after 6 o'clock when it's dark. When the sun's down, look, it's real simple, people. If there's no light outside from the sun, eat carbs. Okay, eat carbs. I think you do need to count calories a little bit. You know, use MyFitnessPal, count your calories. You can't go crazy. I mean, you can't eat 3,000, you know, you can't eat in excess of 1,000, 2,000 calories a day above maintenance and expect not to put on too much fat. I mean, you're going to put on a lot of fat. You've got to use it as a guideline. Now, I think a lot of people are right. Carbs aren't, it's not like calories in, calories out exactly. You know, it's not an exact science, but it's a good guide. I think it's a really good guide. You know, you need to use it as a bit of a tool. Otherwise, you may find yourself going completely crazy. It's amazing how much food you can consume in one night without knowing it. You know, if you go out for a Chinese meal, then you have ice cream. If you do that every night or every second night, you're going to put on weight. You're going to put on fat. So MyFitnessPal is a really good guide, right, for that, to know how many calories you should have. Keep it, you know, keep it in check. You know, it's still, I think, important to an extent. Otherwise, some people may put on too much weight. And it's obviously a bit different if you're trying to put on muscle. And there is a bit of a difference when you're trying to put on muscle or lose fat too. We do change a few things there. So basically, any questions about carb backloading, guys, please let me know, okay? There's a lot more to tell.